Have you ever felt like everything around you has crumbled and starting over seemed impossible? Today, we're diving into the story of Ruth, a woman who lost everything but, through choices of loyalty and faith, found a new life and left an eternal legacy. Get ready to reflect on how, even in loss, we can find a path to renewal and hope. Stay with me, because this story might inspire you to rewrite your own. The beginning, a journey of pain and loss. Ruth's life seemed perfect at first. She was a young Moabite woman, married to an Israelite man. But fate was cruel. Ruth's husband died, as did his father and brother, leaving her mother-in-law Naomi, and her sister-in-law Orpah completely helpless. Widows in a foreign land, they had no protection or guaranteed future. Have you ever experienced a moment when you lost everything you thought was secure? Instead of giving in to despair, Ruth chose to lean on Naomi and the faith she had in the God of Israel. She faced her grief in practical ways, seeking alternatives to move forward. When you face loss, do you allow yourself to get stuck in it, or do you find the strength to rise again? Ruth's choice, leaving everything behind. When Naomi decided to return to Israel, she told her daughters-in-law to stay in Moab and rebuild their lives. Orpah said goodbye with tears, but Ruth made a surprising choice. She wouldn't stay. She uttered the famous words, "Where you go, I will go. Your people will be my people, and your God will be my God." She chose to follow Naomi and trust the unknown. Have you ever had to make a difficult choice that seemed crazy in the eyes of others? Ruth chose love and loyalty over comfort. Instead of returning to what was familiar, she committed to a new life, knowing it would come with challenges. Are you stuck in what's comfortable, or are you willing to take a risk to live for something greater? Hard work and humility, Boaz's, revealed. In Bethlehem, Ruth began working in the fields to support herself and Naomi. She gathered leftover grain during the harvest, a humble and exhausting task. But it was there, in the hard work, that she met Boaz, a respected and just man who noticed her loyalty and kindness. Often, it's in the simplest work that God prepares great blessings. Have you ever dedicated yourself to something small without imagining the reward that was to come? Ruth didn't wait for blessings to come without effort. Instead, she worked hard and showed integrity in everything she did, which caught Boaz's attention. Is the effort you're making today preparing something greater for your future? Redemption and restoration. Over time, Ruth earned Boaz's admiration, and he chose to redeem her by marrying her and ensuring Naomi's protection. What began as a story of pain and loss turned into a journey of love, purpose, and hope. Ruth not only rebuilt her life, but also became the great-grandmother of King David and entered the lineage of Jesus. Have you ever thought that your choices today could impact future generations? Ruth remained faithful to her path. Even when she didn't know exactly where it would lead, her loyalty and kindness made Boaz recognize her as a worthy and righteous companion. Are the choices you're making today helping to build a legacy? What would you like to leave for future generations? The lesson of Ruth, the power of loyalty and faith. Ruth's story teaches us that even in the most difficult situations, we can find redemption when we choose to be loyal, work hard, and trust in God. Her journey wasn't easy, but it was full of meaning. Ruth not only found a new beginning, she became part of something eternal. And you? How are you handling life's challenges? Is there something you need to do today to take the first step toward transformation? Ruth kept her focus on faith, believing that God was guiding every step. No matter how hard the path, she knew her faithfulness would bear fruit. What changes can you make today to rewrite your story and create new hope for the future? Ruth's story shows us that even when we lose everything, we can still start over and build something great. Now tell me, which part of this story touched you the most? Do you believe that your decisions today could be preparing you for something greater tomorrow? Share your thoughts in the comments. And if this message inspired you, like the video, subscribe to the channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any content. Share this video with someone who needs this message. Remember, loyalty and faith can transform any situation.